Well, welcome back. As you can see, I've got a little bit warmer clothing on. They say it's been about 5 degrees below normal temperature down here in Arizona this season. Kind of funny, it was the same thing they said about 2.5 years ago when I was down here. But yeah, despite the sun, it's cold. You know, we've had temperatures dipping into the 20s and 30s quite often, and bounce up to the 70s and drop back down to the 50s. It's just like a roller coaster. So I think the next time I come down here, I'm not going to leave so darn early. I left in September and got down here about October, and it was great. But boy, I tell you, the winters down here now are getting colder, I think. Just like the winters up in the Pacific Northwest. Summers are getting hotter, winters getting colder. And I'm not totally sold on all these people like Chicken Littles running around here screaming climate change. Well, yeah, you know, scientists can prove that the temperature's changing, but you know, we try to put everything into a human scale, which on a planetary scale is just asinine. You know, we're so arrogant, us little humans, to think that we're imploding the global temperatures, where they never mention all the multiple volcanoes going off that spew worse things into the atmosphere than us puny little humans do. They only give you a fraction of the picture and hype up all this fear just so they could drain the system and people of money and use fear as a weapon. But I hope and pray that those of us that are more educated than the average person know it's all bullshit. That if you look deeper into it, you'll find out that all we're constantly being fed is lies and half-truths and pseudoscience. I've taken enough science in my lifetime to know basically everything on the news is BS. You know, even the so-called experts are BS. You know, the definition of an expert, I was told once, is an ex-drip. And boy, I tell you, what I see today has proven that. It's up to you to get your own education, to want to know the truth. You know, like the X-Files, the truth is out there. It depends on if you're just a lazy son of a gun or someone that truly wants to know the reality of the world. Okay, so much for that. I can't help going on some of these rants because I just look around me and see the idiocy that is walking the streets and talking on the legacy news media. I'm going, did these people even get out of high school with an education? I'm sorry, you know, being 70 years old, I got a good education. You know, I learned when I was in school. I didn't take basket weaving or volleyball or PE or study hall to get an easy A just to skip out of high school. I took 4 years of history, world history. I took classes in Far Eastern studies. I wanted to learn as much as I could about the world so I could see the bigger picture. And apparently there's a hell of a lot of people out there that just skated through high school, took simple classes in college just to get a sheepskin, and they might as well wipe their rears with it. Sorry, but that's just plain talk. That's what people today are afraid of. So, anyway, if you're still with me, I think you're one of the better people. I've been asked how Kate is. Kate is doing better. It's taken her much longer this time to recuperate from her second attack of the idiopathic vestibular disease. And she's coming around on her own time. Her head is not as cocked. It's funny, when she's sitting, laying down, or walking, her head's almost, where it should be, straight ahead. But when she's going upstairs or downstairs trying to get in or out of the RV, her head all of a sudden goes to a 90-degree angle. And one eye's going up, one eye's going down, and it just throws her whole body out of whack. It's like somebody took her and twisted her like you'd twist a face cloth to get the water out of it. It's just sad and a little scary. But she's improving on her own time scale. And I think hopefully by the end of next month, this 90-degree head tilt and her inability to go in and out of the RV will change, because it's a little difficult trying to maneuver her and back her out of the RV door here and pick her front up and help her learn how to step down, which would be the reverse of going up, to set her on the ground, upright, in a stable position, not twisted like sometimes she is if I just let her do it herself. But yeah, she's doing much better. She still goes after Sara. If Sara was up here kind of getting frisky with me, Kate would jump up and try to come right up after her. So she's got the energy, she's got the spunk, and she's dead set on still protecting me, which is great, But yeah, I'm looking around out here, and we're back out in the desert again. We were at Painted Rocks, been there before. I met a friend of mine from my Pleasure-Ways West Coast Club that I hadn't seen in about 3 years. It was totally a surprise. And it was good to see her again. Her and her husband had been heading back home to California, and first time they'd been there, they stopped off and they were walking around the circuit and recognized my RV and the girls and came up and we chatted a while. It was really nice. I was very happy to see her. And she has her own really excellent YouTube channel, From She to Me. And I've worked hard to try to make my videos as good as hers, but I have realized that I don't have the techno knowledge, the gadgets, or anything like that. So I'm just happy making my videos the best I can with my limited amount of knowledge and gear and just facilities. So hopefully you guys out there do appreciate what I'm trying to do with my own little channel. And I'm going to be making a new intro to my channel. The last one I made was too full of fluff to pat myself on the back, I'd say. And I'm going to make a much shorter one, more precise, and hopefully that'll clear it up. Kind of like the first one I made, which was really starting from scratch. So anyway, my channel, I've realized, is more of a storytelling channel. It's not a do-it-yourself channel where I can explain all the stuff I've done or had done to this, because I had it done by people that knew what they were doing. I could try to explain it to you, but I'd have to get out the manual and read you the specs. So rather than be a DIY and that kind of channel, this is just a storytelling channel of my life as a retired person with my two girls. They're both 13, going to be 14 this summer. Trying to enjoy our retirement life the best way we can and the most inexpensively we can. So hopefully that alone will interest a lot of you out there to stay with us, subscribe, and follow along and see how a normal, average American travels the country with his two dogs in a small, very, very compact Class B RV. Now, I didn't build this thing out or anything like that. I didn't want to take the time or the money. Been there, done that in the 70s when it was a big deal with the vans and all that stuff. And we did all kinds of things to our cars, added all kinds of lights and stuff like the Batmobile, you know. We were doing all that stuff. So I'd been there, done that, and I didn't need to go through it again. So I just decided to get me a older RV with everything I wanted, the basics that I could improve myself, and that's what I've done. So seems I've gone off the road again on my train of thought, but hopefully that's what makes this channel interesting. You never know where my train of thought's gonna go. And Sarah's back here snoozing away. Kate's right down here at my feet protecting me, laying on her mat, just kind of watching the area out there for any intruders, man or beast. And yeah, we came back from Painted Rocks near Gila Bend, and it was only about an hour and a half back to Yuma, because Yuma still, even if it's colder than normal here, still seems to be in some kind of, I don't know, environmental bubble. But that nasty jet stream has come all the way down from Alaska, way down here, just brushing the Mexican border, and it's brought some cold temperatures here. I'm still waiting for the dang weather east of Gila to get out of the 20s and 30s, 40s for lows, and the midday temperatures in the mid 70s, because it's no fun. The propane down here costs as much as regular gasoline per gallon, and the idea is to travel cheaply and not pay for not only the high price of diesel but the high price of propane. So it's saving me money just sitting here relaxing and waiting for the weather to hopefully eventually improve. I have figured out a menu plan for the next month to use up my perishables in my refrigerator, my meats and that, because on this trip I think I've gained about 10 pounds back that I had lost. I did about a 2-month fasting before I came on this trip to get down to my target weight, and was 10 pounds away from it when I left. And now I think I've gained 10 pounds back because my jeans that I put on, I had to suck in my gut when they were just loose at the start of the trip. So I've made up a menu to use up my food, and April 1st I'm going to go on a 2-month fast again, and this time I'm going to get down to my target, and I'll stay there through the summer and into the winter, and it just changes you. I tell you, when you get down to where you've been most all your life, of course, then you get married, divorced, that really messes up your whole life right there. Sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. For me, it was for the better. But yeah, right now I feel like I'm trying to make up for, I don't know, 16 years that I lost somewhere in my life between marriage, divorce, and raising a very successful young man. But I still got my health, and boy, I tell you, that's more precious than gold when you're my age. So anyway, I've babbled long enough. I'm going to go ahead and put this video out. I just wish more people would reply to my videos and take the time to say what they thought of it, what they liked of it. You know, it's It's just sad. I think we've become too detached from our own humanity with all these high-tech toys we have now, and it's just stripping us of our humanity. You know, very few of us even talk to humans anymore, and even with these dang cell phones, I have a love-hate relationship with mine. You know, it's harder than hell to contact some people. They'll say, oh yeah, okay, I'll get back to him later. Well, later could be later that week, later that month, because they forgot they got a text from you. It's just frustrating as hell. You know, I would love to go back to the 70s. It was so much better than what we have today. I could live without all that techno crap. I did most all my life. Until it becomes a necessity. It's almost like forced upon you. That if you don't use it, you're excommunicated. My mom felt that way. And I can see her point of view now. You just wonder, where is it going to stop? Where are we going to stop and go back to our own humanity? So, yeah. Hopefully you people out there understand me, how I feel. If you feel the same, let me know. You know, those of us that feel this way, we have to hold and stand together. It's how we're going to save this nation and save our own human sanity, I think. So, okay, like I said, I think I've gone off the rails, but, you know, I think we all feel this way sometime, and it's good to get it out of our system, to say it, to, you know, if to nobody else, say it to ourselves, just to maintain our own sanity in this insane world with everything that's going on around us. It's like we have no control, and we're just, I don't know, minions that are ignored but controlled by a very small, rich, powerful group in this nation. And it's those that we have to fight if we're going to save this nation. So, I think I'll end it here. I don't know how long this is. I never track these times. I just babble. And I'll put this out and hope that, you know, if you feel the same way I do, speak up. Let me know. Let me know who's out there that watches my videos, who feels like I feel about what the heck is going on in this country. And know that you're not alone. You know, if you're one of the few out there that actually got an education in high school, in college, before they started indoctrinating everybody into this insane, the lowest dominator is the most powerful bullshit, then let me know. Let me know. So, from somewhere out in the desert of Arizona, the girls and I wish you happy trails, woof woof, and God bless America.